is happening, fellow fantasy GMs? I am DJ Wang. He is the bearded one, DJ Dove. And with our powers combined, we are the Fantasy Couriers.
Well, JJ Wang, we are recording this a little earlier because 4th of July weekend is kind of nuts. I'm actually going to be in Cleveland. My son and I are going to Cleveland for the 4th of July weekend. We'll be up in the stadium for the 250th fireworks in the city, or sitting right in the middle of the city, seeing a ball game. So we are recording this prior to the 4th of July. Are you planning anything big? Did you do anything big 4th of July this year? Or you gonna...
Nah, I don't really do the 4th of July that much anymore.
Getting old. It's after your bedtime, right?
Yeah, that, and it's just a lot of work. I mean, it's a big crowd. I can hear the fireworks from my house, and if I walk outside my house, walk like about 100 feet, I'm just at the right spot where I can see like the tops of the fireworks. So that's about as close as I'm going to get.
Yeah, in my younger year, my wife and I's second date was going to Washington, D.C. for the fireworks. I will never do that again. It was a good once-in-a-lifetime thing. We went, we took the train in, and we said, we're just going to wait. So after the fireworks went off, we just laid on the lawn. We had some friends with us. We just laid on the lawn for like an hour till everybody died down, and then got on the train and came home. But it was a lot. But and that was before everything got even crazier. Like it was post 9/11, but it was still before. It's a lot crazier to go to DC now and pain in the butt. So
get out of here. DC would be awesome to go to visit. I mean,
well, actually, fun fact: next week I'll be going to DC for the Scott Fishbowl live draft. So that'll be. I'm messing up July for the Couriers, so we'll be talking about when we're on, when we're off. So we're recording this one prior to the 4th of July. So any big news, NFL, cool. We'll talk about it as we come up. We'll be recording throughout the month at different times because I'll be going to Scott Fishbowl, representing Fantasy Couriers Fantasy Turf War in a live draft in the middle of DC. I am not excited to drive into the city, but it's going to be a fun experience. Going there, I'll have like a cool I get like a commemorative glass and some cool little things for going in. And
well, represent us well, my friend. Represent us well.
I'm going to spend the next week or so trying to see if I can create like a cool shirt or something to get it screen printed with Fantasy Couriers logo and then the Turf War logo in there as well. But jumping out of the 4th of July, and by the way, hopefully Joey, don't do anything stupid. He's being allowed. We'll talk about him at a later point as well. An American hot dog eating hero apparently had a rough year.
Oh, really? What happened?
Yeah, he's on probation.
I didn't know anything.
I think him and Geno Smith had very similar activities going. Oh, no, he punched a guy in a bar. I think that's what it was.
Oh, so he punched the guy. Who cares?
Yeah, I think he got into a fight in a bar. He slapped a guy at a bar, and he's on probation. He needed permission to get to the hot dog eating contest. That's what he does. So he's beating people up. He's become such a massive athlete. So he made it to New York.
That makes him even cooler.
He beat up somebody. He was guilty of battery. So, once you become famous, you got a target on your back. We go to a bar, we sucker punch someone. We're probably going to jail for a long time. But
well, let's be fair. If I go to the bar, I'm gonna be the one getting sucker punched. I probably ain't punching nobody.
We won't. We're so old. We wouldn't be at a bar late enough for everybody to be drunk enough to get punched.
I'm not going to a bar. That's a very good point.
You'd be like, it's happy hour, free wings? Cool. Let me get my wings. I'm out of here. Later, dude. But we are wrapping up our series of shows on Fantasy Couriers top 10 players. We're going to jump right into it this week. We did quarterbacks the first week, running backs the second week, tight ends last week. I'll have some, hopefully I have created and put on the internet a couple little Instagram images of what we've decided, so you can yell at us, tell us we're stupid. I mean, we did have Matt Stafford as our number 10 quarterback, which is kind of funny and hilarious. We have Derrick Henry at number 6 and running back, which we love. Those are two guys that we love, but they're a little long on the tooth. People might not have them so high.
Let me reiterate, this isn't about the long-term game here. I'm trying to win a championship right now.
But they're still old guys.
They are, you're right. But yeah, you're right. But I'm in a dynasty league right now, and age doesn't matter. I'm trying to win a championship. I've got a window of 2 years. My team is stacked. Maybe I want to go trade for somebody. These are the guys that if I want to win, these are the guys that are going to help me win. Am I going to be able to trade for them? Well, it depends on whose team they're. If they're on a winning team, also, yeah, you're probably not going to get them. But if they're on one of the losing teams, I'm going to go make a swing for these guys because I'm trying to win a championship.
Yeah, but Henry's a guy that he's at that. Is he going to be a guy that sails off into the sunset, or is he going to have usually those like big body receivers Andre Johnson kind of drop off?
It's Derrick Henry, and we haven't seen a drop off yet. So until I see some form of drop off, then we can have that conversation.
And then last week we probably made some people. We had Andrews and Goddard a little higher than other people, and Kraft a little lower. But that's what these things are. You see people with different
it's
opinions.
It's my draft. I'll do whatever the hell I want.
And sometimes that means we lose.
You can suck. Well, I don't want to get too X-rated here, but
so let's get into receivers before JJ Wang loses our FCC non-thing that we have.
Because I could definitely lose it.
And there's no Boys in the Hood shirt this week, so you got to wait. Okay.
Probably needs to be washed, probably. It's been a long week, man.
Like you would wash it. You would put it back on. Come on. So this week we're going to talk about receivers. Receiver is by a mile the deepest position, but it makes sense because you can start 3 receivers in most leagues. I think I got one somewhere where we start 4 receivers because receivers can be so deep. I mean, I look down the list and there's a possibility of some guys in their 20s that could be a wide receiver 1 by the end of the year. Do I think wide receiver number 1? I don't think so. But there's some guys down there that could easily sneak up into those like top 10 guys. So once again, this won't be our final list of 10 receivers, just us spitballing early on at the top of July to just give you 10 guys to start chewing on as you're getting into draft season, which is about a month and change away. You can use it with your best ball drafts right now, but you're looking to win. So this is like a winning dynasty team or just a redraft league in general. You don't want to draft the crappy players in the redraft league. If you're drafting redraft, you're drafting to win now. If you draft the whole team of potential, you are going to potentially lose. So let's start with wide receivers. Tier 1, and I use Fantasy Pros for a lot of things because I put stuff in there. Hopefully by now I've got my rankings up, so go check them out. Did a couple articles recently as life has slowed down. So there's some articles up there as well. I'll have them linked on fantasycouriers.com as well. So Tier 1, and I think there's another guy you might want to throw in there, and I wouldn't argue with it. Tier 1 of receivers, according to Fantasy Pros, is Chase, Puka, JSN, and I think you'd want to throw in Amon-Ra, correct?
Shouldn't he be?
He's that cusp guy, yeah. The no respect. We've talked about the no respect all season.
Now, granted, I don't think he has the ceiling of those guys, but I think he has the consistency. Of being. Like, I think he's been like the top 3 wide receiver like last 3 years in a row or something. So, yeah, I mean, I love JSN. But would it surprise me if he was exactly what Amon-Ra, kind of is? Not really. So, I mean, I think Amon-Ra would have to be in this discussion. Like, I don't know if he could finish as the number 1 guy. Boy, maybe he could. I just don't think he puts up that ceiling number. I don't think he puts up like the 1,700 yards that you would probably need. But, I mean, 1,300 and a lot of touchdowns and a lot of catches for his top 3 finish, sure.
I mean, last year, the top 4 would be Puka, JSN, Amon-Ra, and then Chase. Those are your top 4 performers on the season. You got to look. Chase had some weeks without Burrow. Puka is in rehab. I don't know. He's out of rehab. I don't know. Puka drinks a lot and does stupid things. JSN finally got the team to zone, but his quarterback is Sam Darnold. Amon-Ra is our level of consistency man. Everybody doesn't like golf. Golf's like that good. Is golf the new Kirk Cousins? He's going to sort of get you right there, sort of along the middle of the line.
Golf sucks.
Oh, so yeah, I must be higher on golf than you are. Then, like I think
clearly.
I mean, golf does what golf has to do, and he's.
Oh, golf. I thought you said golf.
Golf. Yeah, golf. GOFF. Jared.
Golf. Yeah, I don't care about golf. I mean, I don't care
about golf. Had 4,500 yards and 34. Yeah. He's had 4,000 yards since 2020. So I mean, but he's like that Mr. Consistency. He's not a guy anybody's like, yes, I want to have Jared Goff, but is he Burrow's the best quarterback there, then Stafford, Goff, and then Darnold. So JSN has the least featured quarterback there, I would say. So if you're looking at those 4 guys, who would you say is the number one guy you would want on your team to lead you to the promised land?
So would it be crazy if I said Amon-Ra because I know he's going to give me 1,300 yards and several touchdowns? Now, I know there's other guys probably will too, but Puka misses some games. JSN's has one really, really good season. And then Chase, like, he misses some games. Burrow misses some games. And then it's just, I know his ceiling's super high. Totally understand. But if I need a receiver that I know is going to get me top, that number, is it crazy that I'd want Amon-Ra before any of those guys?
In my brain, a little bit. Because we got 4 guys in a tier and you want the roof. As you got me talking, the only guy that I would almost talk, and your Puka fear is injury, right?
Well, I mean, a little bit of injury. I mean, Stafford's getting old, but like I said, Puka's ceiling is probably at the top as the highest.
That's why my argument would almost be: I would not complain about Amon-Ra at 2, but I didn't realize this. I typed in Chase, and I'm erasing that, looking at Puka. If Puka plays an entire season, his rookie year he had 1486. He played 11 games in 24, and he had 990 yards in just 11 games. So you had 6 more games to that. Holy cow. Dude's got the same stats he's always had. So he's the level of consistency. Last year he had 1,700 yards on that just explosive team, and I just see the Rams being that good. The only fear is, are they going to be so much better than everybody else that he's not going to need to get the ball as much?
But also, if Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow are playing all 17 games, I mean, their numbers could be Jamar Chase's numbers could be insane as well. So I mean, if you're just looking at Puka's ceiling like that, I feel like Chase's ceiling is just as high as Puka's if you're eliminating the injury factor. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, that's why I typed in Chase, because to me, I think talent-wise, of these 4, Chase, if you were going to go to like strictly what you call whatever that, that talent asterisk, air quote thing, he is probably the best. He's just had some crazy things happen. Like Joe Burrow is hurt every other year, or he was out. He missed 5 games in 22. He still had 1,000 yards. So he's got 1,000 yards every season of his career. The dude has had 7 touchdowns 1 year. It was his lowest touchdown rate. He's had 9, 8, 9, 17, 13. Is his ceiling higher than Puka's because the Bengals will need to score more points? That would be, sorry, my wife's calling me. That would be a possible discussion.
So, I mean, if you think Puka has to be up there, then you can't argue with Chase not being up there for the exact same reasons as Puka's up there, correct?
Yeah.
So therefore, in turn, you couldn't put Amon-Ra above neither one of those guys.
Yes. You talked me into it. Like, I had them. I think the one thing that I figured out is we're going to be different from consensus in that I think we just put JSN at 4.
We can put Chase and Puka at 1 and 2. That's fine. I mean, I don't have no issues with that. I'm going to put Amon-Ra at 3 and then JSN at 4. I mean, I'm happy with that. I just think I think Amon-Ra has to be ahead of JSN.
So yeah, so I was gonna say the one thing we consistently, I think, out of our discussion there is we moved JSN down. We move JSN down and move up St. Brown. Now look at Puka and Chase. Super team Rams, terrible defense. Bengals, but I'm like Puka's. If he plays all 12 games, has been nothing short. Like he's also a more elite player than Chase. Chase is a more elite athlete, I think, as a whole.
If the Rams are that good, are they going to need to throw as much?
I don't know. Like I would think no.
That's an issue that I think in terms of that, I'd probably give the edge to Chase just because I think they're going to be throwing a lot more. And the Rams come to the fourth quarter, they might not have to throw the ball at all. They could just be running down the clock.
And the funny thing is, are we hyping the Rams so much that they're going to end up being some poop team? But yeah,
well, I don't think there's no chance of them being a poop team.
So we're going. So basically, we're gonna agree with the pros and go Chase, Nakua, St. Brown, and JSN for our top 4.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any other way you can go.
Yeah, I want to put Puka up there just to be cantankerous, but I'm not. I'm cool with this.
I clearly tried to zag and put St. Brown at 1, and you pooped all over it. So
yeah, well, I don't think. I don't know. You know me. I'm an Amon or a lover, but it's
understandable. I mean, I get it. It's not.
I mean, dude only had 172 targets last year. I mean, what else can he do, right?
Yeah, there's nothing else he can do.
I mean, but Sam Laporta comes back, 166 for Puka, so he had 6 less. What do you think JSN had last year?
Oh, yeah, probably close to 172, probably 180.
163. So they're all within about 10 targets of each other.
Yeah.
So, and then Chase, poor Chase, man. He still had, Chase had 185 targets. So even with that dumpster fire, I mean, Flacco still killed it when he was in there. So I don't think you can go wrong. I would take all 4 of these guys. Like, I'm getting ready for Scott Fish. These guys are way up. Like, I'm at pick 7. So these are 4 guys on my list. These guys are like Bijan, Gibbs, and CMC, although I got to look at the tight ends because it's crazy tight end premium. Okay, so now's when it gets a little sloppy. We're looking here. I'll give you five guys. You tell me if we got to move around some. The next 5 guys consensus for Fantasy Pros, and we've gone off of this, are CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, Drake London, Nico, George Pickens, AJ Brown. Do you want some more names, like next handful of names?
I think that's probably it.
Would you throw, like, I love Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice is not
definitely not. Absolutely not. Definitely not. Zero.
He might be tough for talk. Like, for me, Rashee Rice is a top 10 receiver because Pickens, he's the one that's the outlier of me in this group that scares me the most by a mile. That I could see falling farther than these other guys. Like, not to a wide receiver 3, but not as a top 10. So what about CD Jefferson? Is Drake London, Nico, AJ Brown, Pickens? Is AJ Brown moving up the scale with New England?
Is it crazy to say I'm not really a fan of any of these guys? I mean, CeeDee Lamb is fine, but I feel like CeeDee Lamb has been nothing but underperformed his entire career except for that one season. So he's been living at number 5, and he's only really had one spectacular season, and every other season has just been kind of average. Am I wrong on that?
I'd say 2 seasons. I'd give him the 22. He had 1,300 yards and 9 touchdowns. 23 had 1,749 and 12 touchdowns. Those were his big years. Everything else has been wide receiver 8, 22. I can get where you're going there. The guy that I'm really thinking here is Jay Jetta, like Justin Jefferson. Last year
I would put Jefferson ahead of CeeDee Lamb.
Jefferson, yeah, and he's the guy that I'm almost wanting to pencil in here because he just played with terrible. Like, he did all he could. He had 141 targets last year, and it was so bad that he only had 84 receptions. That means there's about 60 balls out of his 141 that did not get near or around him because the quarterback play was so terrible. How many balls were not thrown because the quarterbacks didn't know where to throw the ball? I mean, I am also throwing in Kyler Murray, who I'm a little higher on than consensus. Like, I don't think he's Drake May, but I also don't think he's J.J. McCarthy. So, he's not going to be that terrible. So we're putting somewhere in the middle there. So, I mean, if Justin Jefferson got 1,048 yards with that hot mess express and the Vikings aren't a terrible team, he's going to be like the bargain player of the year because he's not going to be drafted at number 5. I mean, I think some guys are going to be scared at 6 to draft it. Like, he's the 6th receiver on the board. I think some people might skip him. People who love who Justin Jefferson will like him, but he could bounce back like a champ this year.
Sure. I mean, I would feel safer with Justin Jefferson than any of those other guys, I believe.
Okay, so we got Jefferson at 5. So now we're looking at CD, Drake London. So we're looking at CD Lamb, who's, as you mentioned, not been the consistent as we wanted him to be with the talents there, but not being
And
as high.
plus, I mean, he's got George Pickens now. I think that's not going to help. I mean, George Pickens is going to cry and cry and cry till he gets the amount of targets that he wants. So, I mean, if you're going to give him that many targets, I mean, you can't. Like, there's only so many targets. I mean, they're going to throw a lot, sure. But I don't know if I don't see CeeDee Lamb getting like the 160, 170 targets that he's going to need to finish up here. Maybe like 140. You know, Pickens has got to get like 140, or he's going to be all sad and mad. So,
I mean, that gives them both about 8 targets a game, and that will affect my boy Ferguson later on. But yeah, that if you give them both 8 targets a game, that'd be the smart thing to do. Which
so what was Drake London's numbers last year?
Okay, Drake London's numbers last year. Drake London, he had 68 receptions, 919 yards, and 7 touchdowns in 12 games. So that was
he's been kind of
games.
He's been kind of underperforming his career too. He hasn't been that. I've expected more than this out of Drake London. He's kind of disappointed me a bit too.
But if you take that and you make that into a season, that would give Drake London 1,300 yards and about 10 touchdowns.
Sure.
So eliminating injury. You don't plan on guys to be injured. He's going to also he's got Tua as his quarterback. I'm thinking Tua is the quarterback for the team, and Tua targets in on the guys. I like Drake London is as you mentioned, it makes me think Tua finds that guy that he will just feed the ball to, regardless of what you think of Tua. Like Jalen Waddle in his early years, then Tyreek, he was trying to get the ball to Tyreek no matter what he could do. No matter what, the ball was going to go to Tyreek last year. Achane had a great year. He just kept throwing the ball to him. He has that one guy, and Bijan's going to just crush through the line.
I can give Drake London one more chance.
Okay.
I like him enough to give him another shot.
So
but your shots are running out, buddy.
You just got to stay on the field and get a living, breathing quarterback.
Shots are running out, man.
And then you got a guy who sort of gets ignored a lot, Nico Collins, AJ Brown.
Oh, yeah, that was I wasn't ignoring him intentionally.
See, he gets ignored a lot. Nico Collins is a guy who's, I think, for me in his career, he's just pretty much exceeded what was ever expected of him. And I think that's why I like him, but he's not. I don't put him in the same realm of discussion as London, Jefferson, James.
He doesn't strike me as a top 10 guy.
And
he's like a Kirk Cousins of the wide receivers.
Which makes sense because he's last 3 years, he's been last year wide receiver 8, 23, and 12. So that averages to about Mendoza line Kirk Cousins. So
that's exactly where I think Nico Collins belongs. I don't think Nico Collins belongs in my top 10.
Is this AJ Brown territory?
What number are we on?
7.
We're on 7, so we've got 8 and 3 more. And who are my options here?
Sorry, I don't have anybody not named London, Jefferson, JSN, St. Brown, Puka, or Chase.
So, yeah, I don't. But
the Dallas duo, you got Nico, Chris Olave pops in here. What about Tet, Rashee Rice? We're in that weird zone where I think pretty much this is like that quarterback zone.
So I can't sell CeeDee Lamb Nashville. CeeDee Lamb has to be in this top 10. Okay. I think. I don't know where yet. I think AJ Brown has a chance. So we got AJ Brown. Is there anybody else? Who do you think should be in here? We got 3 spots.
AJ Brown, I think him right now. Okay. You've got me loving Drake May. So if you got me loving Drake May, who is Drake May throwing to? Nobody but AJ Brown.
What about your boy Romeo Doubs, bro?
Once again, Romeo Doubs is going to have a great year.
You were so high on him before AJ Brown.
Before AJ Brown, yeah. If Romeo Doubs is wide receiver 1 on the Patriots, yeah, I would have him as a wide receiver 2 somewhere. He's dropping because AJ Brown is there. AJ Brown is going to smash.
So you don't think he can finish still as a wide receiver 2 even with AJ Brown there?
Drake May would have to throw for about 4,700 yards, so it's a possibility. But
I was just wondering.
Like to be honest, if let's say Drake May throws for 4,700 yards, which what did he do last year? Drake May last year threw for 4,300 yards to a bunch of Jags. So, is it possible? Yeah. If he spreads it around, no. But could he say, "Hey, I got two receivers here, a great wide receiver one. Romeo Dobbs is supposed to be a wide receiver too, right? I like the situation. That's why I was high on him. It's possible." Who was your guy? You said DJ Moore, right?
Huh?
You said DJ Moore would be higher than Romeo Dobbs, right?
Oh yeah, I did say that. Yeah.
I've been hearing a lot of stuff on DJ Moore. Like he's dropped down to 29. I think I'm gonna have him ranked higher, believe it or not. So AJ Brown at 7. Sound good?
I thought we already had 7.
No, 7 is blank. We just did Drake London at 6, Jefferson at 5, London at 6, and then we're looking at CD here. Is this where you want CD, or do we? I mean, I like AJ. This number 7, AJ Brown is totally a. I mean, he's 10 consensus.
I think AJ Brown number 7 is fine.
He's alpha in New England, and unless they, I mean, the thing is they overachieved last year by a mile. They're going to regress, I think, this year, but it might be on the defensive side, and the offense will just have to score, right?
I mean, I think they might regress as in terms of like
for sure
wins or like win-loss record, but I don't think they might not necessarily regress as far as like being good. I mean, they could still be a better team and not have as good a record.
They could be a better fantasy team. Like I think that's where I think it's going to hit. Like,
well, they could be a better. They could be a better team in general because they had an easy schedule. They got to play harder teams. So they can be better than they were last year and still not finish with the same record.
I see what you're saying. But yeah, so I like AJ Brown there. We got 3 more guys to pop in here. Is this where we got to put CD?
I would put CD Lamb here for now. I mean, I don't know if there's anybody else I would pick over him.
CD Lamb, yeah. I mean, because now you're getting down to you're looking at the Nicos, the Pickens, the Olaves, the Higgins, Tet, Rashee Rice, Flowers, Devonta Smith's way down there. Does Ibuka take that step? Devontae Adams, he's a wide receiver too. I don't think he's not gonna catch 14 touchdowns or whatever.
I mean, it's possible.
I mean, you forgot about Lab McConkey here. I mean, what are we talking?
No.
But I mean, we're in that bunch of guys where you got to pick your dude. Like, would I be surprised based upon what I'm hearing out of Buffalo if DJ Moore didn't show up right here? Shockingly, I'm saying this out loud. No.
I think it could be. There's a chance, but I can't pick.
I can't put him here, but yeah. I will have him higher than 29 on my final rankings because
he'll definitely be higher than 29.
I see him better than Terry McLaurin.
Sure, yeah.
Jameson Williams is just not consistent enough.
Yeah.
So we're looking here. This is where on my rankings I will probably have Rashee Rice right here.
No, I mean, if you want to put, I mean, you can put him there if you. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm not really a fan of like any of these other guys.
You love Olave? Does Olave?
I do like. I mean, I was thinking I would probably put Olave here just because I like the Saints. I'm kind of a homer at the moment, but I think
100 receptions, 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns. Does Jordan Tyson affect that?
I mean, I don't think so. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily think they would affect it. I mean, a full season of Shuck. The offense gets better, throw a little more. I think everybody could kind of eat. I think everybody could kind of eat.
So I'll give you Olave because I love Olave, and then Rice as a 10.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, I think Rice plays, as I mentioned last week. Rice plays. He's up here arguing with these 5 guys. He doesn't get suspended. I mean, look at who else they're throwing to over there. I mean, Kenneth Walker, if he's healthy, will help alleviate some of the pressure there. They'll put some more guys in the box, but that's a big if. Maybe Tet makes a step. I mean, we're ignoring George Pickens here.
I would probably put George Pickens just on the outside looking in. It would be between either like him or Tet. I think will be like those like fighting for like the 11th and 12th spot.
Oh wow! I like Nico here. I still have the hope for Nico. I think Devonta Smith's a guy possibly as well.
I like Devonta Smith. I mean, I would like to see him up here. I mean, I wouldn't be mad. I think there's a chance.
I mean, Devonta Smith had 77 receptions. I mean, 77 receptions last year, 1,000 yards, 4 touchdowns, dealing with A.J. Brown mess. Now there's no A.J. Brown, a bunch of rookies. I'm not, I think he's going to, I mean, A.J. Brown only had 78 receptions. So it's not like those receptions are gone. Yeah. And Devonta Smith has shown in the past, to see what was his greatest. He had a 95 reception year. Maybe he gets to 100 when he's not dealing with anybody else. I mean, it's Goddard and then the rookie.
I could buy that. I mean, I'd buy that.
So I think so. We're looking here. Like, I think Pickens, Tet, Collins, Smith. Would you like? I'd almost want to put Smith at like 11 there if I had to rank another one in there. It's gonna be
sure. I mean, I can see a world where that wouldn't hurt me too bad.
Should be kind of intriguing, kind of closing out there. So here we go. We have our top 10 wide receivers. Can be vastly argued based on what you believe. Doesn't matter, because this is not going to be how anything ends. Doesn't matter unless we are crystal ball guys. Number 1 is Chase. 2 is Nakua. 3, St. Brown. 4, JSN. 5, Justin Jefferson. 6, Drake London for your last chance. 7, A.J. Brown for your New England Patriots. 8, CeeDee Lamb for your former Dallas Cowboys. 9, Chris Olave. And 10, Rashee Rice, with honorable mentions to Devonta Smith, Ted McMillan, George Pickens, and for me, Nico Collins, because I still have a soft spot for the guy. So those are our top receivers. We'll have them posted at some point. I'll try to get them out this week when I get back into town. We've done tight ends, running backs, quarterbacks. They should be out. Check them out. You don't have to go by our list. Take our list. Look at all the lists. Put them down. I mean, ours is the only right one we know. We'll have in August, we'll have DJ Dove's linear rankings and JJ Wang's much coveted, much loved tiered rankings towards the middle to end of August before the bold prediction show. And then it's football, baby. So JJ Wang, give us some wisdom. Since we're recording this early, USA hasn't really played soccer yet.
So by the time you do hear this, USA has probably already lost or have already been sent packed home.
No.
But the run was fun. The run was fun while it lasted, and we'll just get on the next. We'll get on.
If not, go USA.
Go USA. I still root for you. As always, trust yourself and trust the process.